this keeps getting better as report after report has the stars aligning for Justin Fields to be a free agent as a better option for the New York Jets next year than Tyrod Taylor. And we got to break this down here. So what's up, guys? I'm Matt Long. Welcome to Jets Digest. Before we hop into the video today, only 24.1% of viewers are subscribed to the channel. So if you are not subscribed, please take a second, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a ton. But hopping directly into what we got for today. According to Diana Rossini, Justin Fields, wanted back in Pittsburgh, is expected to test the free agent market. This is very exciting as Justin Fields is a still young quarterback, only 26 years old, who can run and pass and potentially be the long-term answer for the New York Jets. Looking at some other outlets here, according to the Jet Press, recently all of the signs have been posting to New York at least having heavy interest in Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Justin Fields. He just turned 26 years old and has plenty of upside. Well, he certainly has plenty of upside as, like we said before, he's 26 years old, can run the ball and pass the ball, although his passing yards not very exciting when he was the starting quarterback for the entire year in Chicago. Starting with his rookie year, 2021, 155.8 yards per game. 2022, it went down to 149.5 yards per game. But then 2023, he showcased a little bit of growth when DJ Moore came to the offense in Chicago, and he put up 197.1 yards per game in that season. So a little bit of development there. We know Justin Fields led the Steelers to a 4-2 record before being benched in favor of Russell Wilson this past year in 2024. So Justin Fields, he can maybe win games if he's placed in a good situation with good coaching, which we are expecting Aaron Glenn to bring to the New York Jets. Now, Aaron Glenn has said that he's looking for winners, and going over Justin Fields' records with the Chicago Bears, 2-8, 3-12, 5-8. So in the past, he hasn't been a winner, but he was 4-2, 2 games above 500 in Pittsburgh. So with better coaching, just maybe, Justin Fields can be a better option for the New York Jets and actually lead us to some wins. What we are looking to see with Justin Fields is him to go to free agency, sign a 1-year contract with the New York Jets, which gives us the flexibility to either re-sign him long-term if it goes wrong, or we would just get rid of him after that 1 year if it goes poorly. Spotrac, the website that takes into account contracts and looks at trends of contracts and stats and how quarterback stats or any position stats translated into contracts, they are expecting Justin Fields to sign $8.8 million over 1 year, and I would absolutely be on board for that contract because, like I said, Justin Fields is a quarterback with that high upside because if you can get a guy who can run the ball and pass the ball, that is obviously what everyone's looking for. That's how the Philadelphia Eagles just won the Super Bowl. Now, let's hop into some more reports that I got here for this video. This is courtesy of BehindTheSteelCurtain.com, a website talking about Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, they don't want to lose their quarterbacks. They're interested. They have Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, and they're talking to both of them. But let's see what they had to say. They said, it's looking increasingly unlikely that it happens, though. Talking about re-signing Fields. At least for Fields, Alan Saunders of Steelers Now reported Saturday. Though the team's preference has appeared to be Fields, who just turned 26, Saunders reports that there is an increased likelihood that he tests free agency. He writes that the Steelers made an offer to Fields' representatives sometime last week, but the Steelers and Fields are not particularly close together in terms of the compensation that would be necessary for Fields to forego hitting the open market and re-sign with Pittsburgh. So definitely sounds like whatever number the Pittsburgh Steelers are offering to Justin Fields, it's not enough. And he still can go back to the Pittsburgh Steelers if no one offers him more money, but he is looking to test the market. So, I mean, Justin Fields, from what I've seen from him, I don't have any faith in him actually becoming that long-term quarterback for the Jets because if you know what kind of prospect he was coming out of Ohio State, the number one thing that he needed help with was throwing with anticipation. And now 4 years into his career, going into his 5th year, he hasn't improved he has improved the tiniest little bit. I can't say he hasn't improved at all because that's not true, but it's only been the tiniest little bit. I just can't give him any credit for that though, because it's been 5 years. You got to see more than that. So if we sign him, I don't think he'll be the answer long-term, but definitely the most exciting option because right now by all accounts, it sounds like the New York Jets plan is to start Tyrod Taylor, draft a day 2 or day 3 quarterback to compete with Tyrod Taylor, and then bring in someone out of free agency as well to compete as a third quarterback. But that free agent quarterback, there's no guarantee that it's going to be someone as entertaining as Justin Fields. They're also talking about Marcus Mariota, who, yes, he is also athletic, can also run and throw the ball, but let's face it, nowhere near as exciting as Justin Fields is. And that's what Justin Fields really brings to the table is excitement. I mean, if the New York Jets are going to be bad, like, let's face it, we don't have a quarterback. Most likely going to be bad. So if we're going to be bad, at least make it something entertaining. Justin Fields, if he is nothing if not entertaining. Like he's not entertaining the way a Jameis Winston would be entertaining, but his off the field, great guy, locker room, character, all getting high reports out of everything out of Justin Fields on that front. But on the field, extremely, extremely exciting. One of the best highlight tapes out there. Unfortunately, the highlights feature a lot of running and not enough passing, if you ask me. But the one problem with the plan of signing Justin Fields to a one-year contract is we're hearing more and more reports about how he wants to be a team's franchise quarterback. Like he doesn't want to just come in and get a one-year prove-it deal. He wants to come in and a team to commit to him and be like, you're going to be our guy. So if he comes to the New York Jets and demands 3 or 4 or 5 years, we got to say no. This guy has not shown enough in the NFL that he is actually a franchise quarterback. Guys, newsflash, competent quarterbacks don't get traded for 6th-round picks. And that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers traded to the Chicago Bears, who acquired Justin Fields. We saw just a couple of years ago, Sam Darnold, he got traded off of the New York Jets to the Carolina Panthers, and we got a 3rd-round pick back. And Sam Darnold was awful for us. I have some stats. I'm looking off to my left because I have some stats on Darnold. He went, in his 3 years with the Jets, 4-9, 7-6, 2-10. His passing yards per game were higher than Justin Fields, but I mean, Sam Darnold was thought of in media circles and in general consensus as a worse player, after his first 3 years in the league than Justin Fields was. And Justin Fields, I mean, he still got traded for a 6th-round pick. The NFL is not high on this guy. I know he's exciting, but we gotta, if the New York Jets can pick him up, we have to make sure we are tempering our expectations. This guy is most likely not the long-term answer, although, I mean, looking at our options, definitely the most fun option because unless you want to talk about Jameis Winston, according to some sports betting books, the New York Jets have the best odds to land Jameis Winston, which I think he's a really fun option. He, in my opinion, Jameis Winston is going to do the exact same thing that Justin Fields will. He'll be entertaining for a year, and then he'll be out the door after 1 year. Everyone loves to hate on me because I've been saying Justin Fields has been bringing the sacks upon himself since he's been a rookie in the league, but I've been right for 3 years, so I'm not going to change my stance on the guy. If he shows me something on film which tells me why I should change my stance on him, I will change my stance on him, and I will be the first person. If I have watched 38 all 22 games on Justin Fields since he got to the league. Actually, maybe it's not 38. I've watched every single game he's played. I've watched them all in coach's film, some of them multiple times. He does not showcase improvement. If he does showcase improvement, I'll be the first person to say it, but he's got to prove me right. So, yeah, Justin Fields, hopefully we bring him in for 1 year, but we'll see what he is willing to agree to contract-wise, but he would be very exciting if the New York Jets did pick him up. But that's what I got for today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and as always, go Jets.